Chapter 6. It hath been good before Darius, and he hath established over the kingdom satraps 120, that they may be throughout the whole kingdom, and higher than they 3 presidents, of whom Daniel is first, that these satraps may give to him an account, and the king have no loss. Then this Daniel hath been overseer over the presidents and satraps, because that an excellent spirit is in him, and the king hath thought to establish him over the whole kingdom. Then the presidents and satraps have been seeking to find a cause of complaint against Daniel concerning the kingdom, and any cause of complaint and corruption they are not able to find, because that he is faithful, and any error and corruption have not been found in him. Then these men are saying, "We do not find against this Daniel any cause of complaint, except we have found it against him in the law of his God." Then these presidents and satraps have assembled near the king, and thus they are saying to him, "O King Darius, to the ages live! Take in counsel, have all the presidents of the kingdom, the prefects and the satraps, the counselors and the governors, to establish a royal statute, and to strengthen an interdict, that any who seeketh a petition from any god and man until 30 days, save of thee, O king, is cast into a den of lions. Now, O king, thou dost establish the interdict, and sign the writing, that it is not to be changed, as a law of Media and Persia, that doth not pass away." Therefore King Darius hath signed the writing and interdict. And Daniel, when he hath known that the writing is signed, hath gone up to his house, and the window being opened for him, in his upper chamber, over against Jerusalem, 3 times in a day he is kneeling on his knees, and praying, and confessing before his God, because that he was doing it before this. Then these men have assembled, and found Daniel praying and entreating grace before his God. Then they have come near, yea, they are saying before the king concerning the king's interdict, "Hast thou not signed an interdict, that any man who seeketh from any god and man until 30 days, save of thee, O king, is cast into a den of lions?" Answered hath the king and said, "The thing is certain as a law of Media and Persia, that doth not pass away." Then they have answered, yea, they are saying before the king that Daniel, who is of the sons of the removed of Judah, hath not placed on thee, O king, any regard, nor on the interdict that thou hast signed, and 3 times in a day he is seeking his petition. Then the king, when he hath heard the matter, is greatly displeased at himself, and on Daniel he hath set the heart to deliver him, and till the going up of the sun he was arranging to deliver him. Then these men have assembled near the king, and are saying to the king, "Know, O king, that the law of Media and Persia is, that any interdict and statute that the king doth establish is not to be changed." Then the king hath said, and they have brought Daniel, and have cast him into a den of lions. The king hath answered and said to Daniel, "Thy God, whom thou art serving continually, himself doth deliver thee." And a stone hath been brought and placed at the mouth of the den. And the king hath sealed it with his signet, and with the signet of his great men, that the purpose be not changed concerning Daniel. Then hath the king gone to his palace, and he hath passed the night fasting, and Dahavan hath not been brought up before him, and his sleep hath fled from off him. Then doth the king rise in the early morning, at the light, and in haste to the den of lions he hath gone. And at his coming near to the den, to Daniel, with a grieved voice he crieth. The king hath answered and said to Daniel, "O Daniel, servant of the living God, thy God, whom thou art serving continually, is he able to deliver thee from the lions?" Then Daniel hath spoken with the king. "O king, to the ages live! My God hath sent his messenger, and hath shut the lions' mouths, and they have not injured me, because that before him purity hath been found in me, and also before thee, O king, injury I have not done." Then was the king very glad for him, and he hath commanded Daniel to be taken up out of the den. And Daniel hath been taken up out of the den, and no injury hath been found in him, because he hath believed in his God. And the king hath said, and they have brought those men who had accused Daniel, and to the den of lions they have cast them, they, their sons, and their wives. And they have not come to the lower part of the den, till that the lions have power over them, and all their bones they have broken small. Then Darius the king hath written to all the peoples, nations, and languages, who are dwelling in all the land. Your peace be great. From before me is made a decree, that in every dominion of my kingdom they are trembling and fearing before the God of Daniel. For he is the living God, and abiding to the ages, and his kingdom that which is not destroyed, and his dominion is unto the end. A deliverer, and rescuer, and doer of signs and wonders in the heavens and in earth is he, who hath delivered Daniel from the paw of the lions. And this Daniel hath prospered in the reign of Darius, and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian.